Good afternoon. My name's Andrew Wordsworth. I'm co-founder of eCar Club, the UK's leading all-electric vehicle car club. We operate in the car-sharing sector, where the global leader, Zipcar, was acquired last year by Avis for $500 million. This presentation is a little bit of a challenge for three reasons. One, it should have been given by Chris Morris, the MD, who runs the business on a day-to-day basis, but he's on holiday, so he ships it out to me. Secondly, I've been absolutely inspired by all the marvellous technology businesses. The one thing about eCar is when we started, we didn't have any technology, so I feel like we're a little bit of a fraud in this clean tech competition. And thirdly, last week we closed our funding round, and so for the first time I can remember about eCar, I'm not actually directly pitching for money, but I'll do my best to explain anyway. What do we do? We operate a car club, and it's quite a nascent sector. So we've attempted, when you don't have technology, to be very, very different in terms of how we approach that. So we're not a standard car club, beyond just running electric vehicles only. Our model that we've evolved since operational launch last year is to partner with a core client, such as a university, a social landlord, a borough council, a corporate, basically to operate a fleet replacement strategy. We seek a long-term contract with those guys to basically provide a minimum use of the car, and that acts as a pool car that their staff can use during office hours. Those cars are then available to the wider community and consumers who can then use those evenings and weekends. The core of the business model for car clubs is around utilisation of vehicles. They're like hotel businesses. And the demand pattern for business use, which is 9 to 5, and consumer use, which is evenings and weekends, matches very well and allows us to maximise that utilisation. And what we've been able to do is, with social landlords and borough councils, is to really tap into what they're trying to achieve, not only for reducing costs within their own businesses, but actually providing that wider community outreach. And a car club operating software, which allows anybody to access the car with a simple swipe card, is the only way to achieve that. You can't actually use pool cars, you can't sort of hang keys up behind reception desks and expect consumers to come in at weekends. Since launch, I say the numbers are updated since we sent these slides in. We've attracted over £880,000 in seed investment and just over £200,000 in non-dilutive grant funding. We've got 20 vehicles operating already, 2,000 member journeys completed. We're operating in London and the South East. We've got 6 locations and have been through quite a funding journey. I think Robert mentioned in an email about going through greenbackers. We've pitched there. We've attracted crowdfunding, angel funding, and now we've closed an early stage from a corporate-backed fund. The management team, my background, I used to head Carbon Trust Enterprises. I've been involved for over 10 years in the creation and development of low-carbon businesses. Before that, was a strategy consultant with Bain. Chris has an MBA from London Business School. Paul McLaughlin used to be general manager of Zipcar Europe and MD of Sixt, car hire firm. Richard Riley ran Green Wheels, which is a Dutch competitor business. But I think that team is quite a light team. What we've done extremely well is to bring in support from OEMs, Renault and Nissan, Centrica to provide the infrastructure. And basically we've been able to sort of coordinate that, and we provide that operating thing that brings these schemes together, charging infrastructure, cars, consumers, and so on. I mentioned about the Technology Strategy Board, who've been extremely helpful. So just to sort of finalise, I say I'd normally have a funding slide up at this point, but I think these are some quotes we got from the launch we had down in Tower Hamlets in October, where the Minister was very kind to come down. And I think my experience of starting low-carbon businesses has been that it inevitably involves a partnership between public and private sector and bringing those things together. And because eCar Club, by sticking to its electric vehicles, has been able to deliver a wide range of benefits: congestion, cost, carbon, low emissions, we can meet those public sector objectives while delivering value to our customers and to our investors. You don't find ministers using terms like inspiring about business like Wonga. And so therefore, we're very proud to be at the forefront of driving electric vehicle uptake in this country. I'm very excited that we now have the funding and the partnerships in place to deliver that through 2014 and beyond.